Let's review some of the more Qigong aspects of stuff.
Okay.
Not that, I mean, we do all anyways, but
Yeah, right.
the more detail on the relaxing. We haven't done this in a while, actually going through this more detailed. Okay, so the goal is with this so that whenever you go do the relax head to toe, you're feeling what we're going to be doing here. Inside, outside, front, back, sides, in the joints, through the whole body. So at the lowest level, it's just the arms going down and you're just taking a deep breath and trying to relax and then sink your structure a little bit. At more deep levels, you're moving the feeling through the body and letting go of a bunch of tensions deeper inside the body. So best way to do that is just slowly but surely and bit by bit. So the more you practice, up to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sit so I'm close to the microphone so it's easier to hear me.
Mm-hmm.
If you're standing, just make sure you don't lock your legs. So don't lock your joints, have them bent a little bit. So the legs are bent just a little bit so they're not staying completely straight. One of my teachers, the American Tai Chi teacher of mine, he used to do drums in marching band, and he said that they told everybody to make sure the legs are bent a little bit, because if their legs are straight completely, somehow it stops the blood flow, literally. And there's been people in the marching bands that stand straight with their legs and they think that's good, but then after X amount of hours they pass out, literally, because it cuts off the blood flow somehow. So bending the knees and hips just a little bit so the blood can flow through the joints smoothly, really important. The Tai Chi structure kind of takes it a little further than that, but just keep that in mind, just a little bend, okay? If you're sitting, the elbows here, you want to open a little bit. You're not going to pass out from this, but it'll make it so that the blood can flow down into the fingers from the shoulder sockets. So in Tai Chi, they talk about the egg underneath the armpit. So you open up armpits a little bit, and you can rest them on your thighs, or if you're standing, you can have the hands on your belly, palms crossed, belly button, or a little below. Or you can do any one of the standing postures. Hands out in front, hands down. Or you can have the hands out to the side, like when you're about to do an opening movement. So elbows just open just slightly. Now, if you're doing the relaxing head to toe, on the bottom, you can let that go temporarily. And even if the armpits close off a little bit, you're going to be moving up again, moving the hands down, up and down. Posture-wise, I want to lift the head, back of the head. Then I want to sink the chest, ribs, solar plexus, and feel the abdomen fill up, breathing deeply in the belly, deep belly breath. I want to feel the shoulder blades open up sideways this way. And I want to try to feel my breath expanding the sides and low back. If you're not that relaxed yet, it might take a little while for you to feel that. So I'm sitting with my hands this way on my thighs. So my arms are just resting. and it's keeping the shoulders open. Trying to have the shoulders sink down so they're not pulled up. Okay, the tongue goes up. Chin tuck, head lifts. Okay, so head lifts, tongue lifts, pelvic floor lifts a little bit. Everything else we want to try to sink down and relaxed out. Now, if I use my hands, I don't need to use my hands, okay? I don't need to. But if I use my hands, we want to try to encourage a smooth feeling through the body by floating and sinking, imagining we're in water, floating and sinking. Okay, and then I want to use this feeling of floating and sinking water to help relax down through the body. I don't need to use the hands again. I can just feel through the body, but I can use the hands as a guide to the top of the head. It's easier to pick a pathway, so we'll go down the front. Feel your forehead, and then feel any tension, and then let it go. Feel your eyes, ears, nose, any tension, let it go. Lips, jaw, let it go. Front of the neck, you can swallow. Let it go. Chest, sink, let it go. Down the solar plexus, down the belly, down the hips, belly breath. And then keep going down the top of the legs, hips to the knees, down the front of the legs, shins, top of the toes. And don't reach over, just move your feeling down now. So you're using your mind intent and your feeling in your body to move the sense. Just feel down, okay? Feel your shin, feel your top of the foot, feel the toenails. And then keep going down to the bottom of the foot. Feel your feet on the floor. And then feel down into the ground. So just like if you're trying to feel the floor with your foot. Okay, you're just moving our awareness through the body. So again, let's go down the front and float up. And sink down, top of the head. Eyebrows, forehead, eyes, nose. Down the face, down the neck, chest, solar plexus, down the hips, down the legs, down the toes, down to the feet, feel into the floor. And I'm relaxing down. Head is lifting up, tongue is going up, pelvic floor up a little bit, everything else down and out. And letting the arms hang out at the bottom. Okay, one more, floating up. Top of the head, down. all the way down. Okay, if there's a spot that you feel in the front that is really tense or blocked up, you can focus on the spot, inhale, and then focus on the spot and exhale, sink. So you imagine that exhale's letting the tension go, and then also the exhale's making it so the posture of the body actually sinks down. Okay, now let's, same thing, side of the head. Try to focus on both sides at the same time. So up, top of the head, sinking, temples, forehead, ears. If you wear glasses, the muscles that pull the glasses back when you're trying to look at something, let those relax. Ears relax, side of the head relax, jaw relax. Swallow, feel inside the ears, down the sides of the neck, side of the shoulders, ribs, slowly down, side of the ribs, down slow to the hips, down slow outside side of the legs, down to the knees, down to the ankles, bottom of the feet. Okay, again, top of the head, down, sink. Relax, let go, relax, let go, relax, let go, release the tension. Side of the neck, shoulders, side of the ribs, down the hips, side of the legs, down, 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 down to the feet, down to the floor. At the end, just hang out, let the arms hang, and try to just do slow belly breathing. Head lifting up from above. Okay, now down the back, up. And again, start over the head, then top of the head, then down the back. Back of the head, back of the neck. Hands come forward, but my attention keeps going down the back. Shoulder blades, in between the shoulder blades, down the spine. Can lean forward or round the back a little bit to feel down the spine, mid back, low back. Feel the low back kidney area, down to the lumbar. Feel down to the tailbone, and then down the back of the legs. Back of the knees, down to the feet, into the ground. Again, lifting from above, hanging the arms. Again, down the back, up. Using your mind intent, E, they call it, E. It's a Y-I. Feel down, top of the head, back of the head. Back of the neck, back of the shoulders, shoulder blades. Upper back, mid back, kidney area, low back. Feel down the spine to the tailbone, back of the legs, back of the knees, down to the heels, down into the ground. Belly breath, lifting the head. Okay, so combo now, front, back, and sides together. You can have the arms around. The purpose of the arms being around here is so that you can stretch your low, from your low back to the upper back, feeling around. And then at the same time, you can feel the front and the sides. Or you could have the arms closer and just feel yourself without any of that stretching. And again, you can keep the arms down and just feel head to toe. The sinking of the arms, if you can feel the water sense, you can imagine sometimes like you're pulling a drain plug and the water's sinking out. And so you're letting the tension go down and out into the ground. Okay, so front, back, and sides. Feel down, relax. Front, sides, back. Front, sides, back. Together. Sinking, sinking, sinking. Down the legs. Down the feet into the ground. Okay, if you lose a feeling or you start to feel numb, like you're not feeling front, back, sides, go a little slower or segment it. So top of the head, forehead, temples, back of the head, jaw, cheeks, nose, relaxing down, front, side, back, neck, side of the neck, front, collarbones, shoulders, shoulder blades, armpits, chest, down, solar plexus, ribs, lower part of the shoulder blades, mid-back, down the solar plexus, down to the belly, sides, low back, down to the hips, belly button, down the legs, front, back, and sides, down, down the feet, down to the ground. Tongue up, head lifts, breathe in the belly. Okay, so ideally you feel front, back, sides all together, but you can do it like that. Front, sides, back, sides, front, sides, back. So you're actually making sure you don't gap. It's just like the exercise, if you move your hand to feel energy up and down the arm, if you feel 1, 2, and you missed all the middle, slow it down so you can feel it. We're doing the same thing going down here. So this is a chi building exercise as well as a relaxing, loosening, sinking. So once you have the front, back, sides, a little more feeling built up there, then try to do inside. So inside, what are the ways in which we sense inside the body? In the head, we have the eyes, behind the eyes. If you move your eyes left and right, eyes closed or open, you can feel where the eyes are connected inside. If you breathe in, you can feel the sinuses behind the eyes. So moving the eyes around, feeling the sinuses as you breathe in. The breathing in, you can get a lot of sensation. You can feel it, imagine at least, get a sensation of it going up to the top of the head, back of the neck. When you swallow, that affects the ears. It's a little pop. And then swallowing again, putting your tongue up, you can connect the feeling inside. Swallowing can connect all the way down into the stomach. So I'm feeling these areas, okay? So again, we'll go back up to the nose. I'm feeling the breath in, and I'm relaxing, sinking inside, down. Or I'm moving my eyes around a circle or up and down, and then relaxing when I still the movement. Swallow here in the ears, and then focus on the sinking, relaxing with the swallow down to the stomach. So from the mouth through the esophagus, you can feel all the way down into the stomach if you get sensitive and practice this. Then the chest, inside, we can feel the lungs expand with every breath. And as you breathe in, you can move your attention to different areas inside. So exhale, release, relax, sink down. Now if you breathe abdominally, and you can move the belly and combine that with a breath, inhale, exhale, feeling inside, relaxing down into the belly, into the low back, and then down past the private area through the center of the legs, relaxing down the legs. You can do down the inside the leg or front, back, and sides, all the way down to the feet, down to the ground. Okay, this is trying to feel through the torso. You also want to try to feel through the joints, shoulder joint and the vertebra. Okay, so the shoulder joints are a little easier to get kind of a sense of this. And we're trying to do that all the time when we do these hangs, relaxed motion movements. So my shoulder, let's just jump to the shoulder. I want to try to relax down, lift up with the head, relax down, or let the arm hang, and I can do the side hang. Feel the shoulder socket inside and feel it opening up with the gravity. And I'll do the other side. Now I could focus on the front of the shoulder, top of the shoulder, back of the shoulder. And just feeling the gravity open up the shoulder. So one way of thinking of this is you can imagine, try to feel that the tension is almost dripping out through your fingertips, down your arm, like you're pouring water, but it's going not just on top of you, it's going through you and through the joints and relaxing the tension, and the tension is actually being washed out of the body. Okay, trying to feel inside the joints. So that's another way inside the body. It's really important if you're standing in the hip sockets. Try to feel your hip sockets sink, just like the shoulders. So as you sink, feel in the hips. You can do it sitting too. It's not as big of an effect feeling-wise as if you're standing, but you want to try to relax the hips. Feel the hip sockets sink. If you're standing, sink them both down. And actually, when you go to the side here, let's say we're leaning this way, shifting your weight to that side. Relax the opposite hip down. So relax this side hip down. So actually bend that knee and sink that hip a little bit more. So the hips, instead of being like this, where I'd be sinking down on this side and this one would be lifting up, I sink the hip socket down so they level out. It actually lowers my center of gravity, so I can bob on the top of the body, but my lower body is sinking. Just like if I'm sitting in the chair here, I'm keeping my hips on the chair, or keeping my butt on the chair, keeping my hip sockets on the chair. I'm not lifting my butt up, but it's slightly opening the hip socket. But I'm keeping grounded. Okay, so that's the idea on the joints inside the body. Some of the inside of the mouth, ears, nose, lungs. Some people go further and actually try to feel inside their, from their stomach all the way down through their whole intestinal lining. That's a little intense. But people supposedly say they can do it. If you ate something a little heavy, we don't have to do this now, but if you ate something a little heavy and you actually sat and meditated and paid attention to it moving down through the body, or if you drank some water or too much water too quick, you might be able to pay attention and feel how it goes through the body. And you can build up sensations by tracking that feeling as it's happening. Most people are completely unaware of just even a part of this, of what we're doing today, relaxing through the body. And so people are living in a chronic state of body tension. These drills are able to help release the body tension. Emotional and mental tension is usually where they come from, so it's a little harder to release those, but they can be relaxed and released through just sitting meditations, deep breathing, or slow movement drills where you integrate the movement and the meditation. So you can use this as a moving meditation, this relaxing head to toe. So we did front, sides, back, front, sides, back together, then inside, or that was part of the outside, and then we use the reference of the outside to help give a feeling of where you are in space inside. So say I'm trying to relax inside the forehead, sinuses, I can feel the front, sides, back, and then triangulating, if you will, when I'm trying to relax inside there. Or you can practice like this. You feel the hand here in front, but then try to move your feeling from the eyes. Breathe in from the sinuses from the inside, feel from the inside out to the hand, and relax the inside down. It's a different sense. Just like if I had the two hands together, rather than feeling the outside of the skin, you can try to focus on the bones inside the hand. I know this starts to sound a little weird. Changing where you're focusing, okay? Changing where you're focusing. The first ones we were doing were more on the outside and the aura, if you will, the field around us. These ones are more inside. Ideally, I want to combine them, so from the inside to the outside. But again, you can cut it up. So feeling the inside down, the inside out. From the joints, I can feel outside, or from the joint inside out. Some people go further, again, and try to feel from inside the bones, the bone marrow, from the bone marrow out. and relaxing. So I think most of the people who've been following along in these classes have felt the puffiness a little bit in the hands when we do the relaxation drills. That would be like an inside feeling coming out. And then you can feel the energy around the hands. And if you get more blood circulating into the hands, you'll be able to feel the energy in the air, if you will, more sensitively, because you have more blood flowing. And they say if there's more blood flowing, you have more chi flowing. They go hand in hand. Okay, back to this drill. When I go head to toe, feeling down, front, back, sides, inside, outside, together all the way down to the feet, past the feet into the ground. Also, when I go over my head, I want to try to feel the lifting of the head up. So I'm feeling above the head, feeling the space above the head with my hands, but then also with my head. Like my head has a hand that I'm sensing above, sensing from my head out and sensing with my hands together. So I feel my ability to feel the air and what's going on above me from the top of my head and the hands together. Then down. Okay, so you do front, back, sides, however you feel comfortable, okay? Inside or outside. So the best way to do it is intuitively. Wherever you feel like there's tension or there's blocks, you go to that and then you go down. Also, I'm doing little wiggles if I'm on my own with this. Little wiggles. So too big of a motion causes some tension, causes a little tension, and then it turns into a block. Okay, so small motion, I can help bring attention to an area. Let's say my shoulder blade on this side, okay? Maybe my shoulder blade or my back or spine feels stiff, so I can move around a little bit. Inhale, feel the area. Exhale, let the tension go. And then try to come back to stillness and just sinking. Stillness and sinking, stillness and sinking. Okay, it's important to have this downward sinking feeling. Let the gravity, feel the gravity take the tension away. And as at many parts of the body that you can start to feel this, the more it will just open up the pathways, the energy pathways. Like in this meridian line poster I have back here, the way to open up the pathways, one of the easiest ways is relaxing the body. This is a gentle way of doing it. Another way would be doing the stretching, but you have to be careful on that because it can cause tension in the joints and then it can actually stop things a little bit. It's really good to do the stretching to open the body up, but if you don't continue with the stretching, you might just cause a little inflammation, and then it's different than doing these relaxation loosening drills. Relaxation loosening drills are a gentle way to open up the body. Stretching is good though, don't get me wrong, okay? These drills are more, it's almost like you're trying to, the way they can describe some of this is you're trying to feel in accordance with nature and the earth by feeling the gravity. And by feeling the gravity, take your tensions away, like a nurturing feeling, a relaxing, releasing, It's a feeling, and I'm not even joking with this, the feeling you can get in your joints and through your body when you do this, if you get good at releasing, feels like a deep sigh and a relief. And you can get that feeling in the joints that just, so relieving, releasing, kind of sense. Okay, you can amplify this feeling with imagery. We talked a little bit already with the floating and sinking. And one we used to do all the time, kind of haven't done it in a while, is the ocean water floating up, and then coming down on the body. If you can combine that imagery with what we've been doing here, it's really helpful. So the ocean water floats up, it evaporates into the sky, condenses back into the rain, and then it rains down on the body. Now, once it's raining on the body, you don't have to imagine it as like rain. You can imagine it as a flow of water, slow. You can imagine it like faster, like a waterfall. You can imagine almost like, because it's your imagination, you can make up stuff, so it doesn't have to make sense logically, okay? You can imagine that you're laying in a stream or a whirlpool or jacuzzi even, and the water is just flowing down the top of the head, down the body, down to the ground, just flushing out any blocks or tensions, but also being refreshing and renewing, filling up the body. So then, again, feeling above the head, like rain or water flowing over the body. Now you can also go inside the body using the imagery, like water can flow into the head, into the nose, into the joints. And this is imaginary water, so it's an energy water. Into the joints, flowing through the joints, through the bones, down through the body, nourishing again, and then also flushing, releasing, relaxing things out. Okay, so that deeper sense of coming from a feeling inside the body, inside the organs, inside the nasal ear cavities, feeling inside the bones as much as you can, feeling inside the joints. So like water can just flush through, it just saturates through everything. Just like if you pour water on something and it can saturate through the layers, the more you do it, the more you keep pouring the water, the more it will go through. So the more you practice relaxing head to toe, feeling down through the body, the more you can get deeper and deeper and deeper with this. So it takes some time. It does take some time. And this is something you have to keep practicing, because every day, any event where there's causing stress and tension, mental, emotional, or physical, starts to take this away from us a bit. We start to get tense and the joints constrict and things pull in, and then the flow stops. So it's really important to keep relaxing, sinking, letting go, releasing. And again, you can start from the outside, go deeper, 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 and then again, use water imagery. Water imagery again, so ocean water. Some people say that the ocean water is the salt water, so it is more buoyant, as in that it helps things float. So use that image and the feeling of the really, it's almost more dense. Salt water helps your arms float. The salt also pulls toxins out of the body, out of things, clears stuff out. So it's clearing and helping you float. Then it's evaporating up into the sky. You can imagine across, like from your eyes, out the beach, a horizon on the beach, the ocean water, and then a horizon with the sun. And then the sun is helping to evaporate the water up. As the water evaporates up, you get lighter and lighter and lighter, and it's clearing. You have a clearing uplifting feeling. Then the arms get heavy, and imagine rain clouds coming together, condensing into rain, water vapor into rain, clouds into rain, and then you can rain down the body. Feeling down. All the way down, relaxing. Again, it could be a stream, or it could be like somebody's pouring slow water like a bucket down on your head. It could be like you're taking a shower, but trying to feel it through your whole body down. Okay, another one. It's very similar. You can again use the ocean water evaporate into the sky, into the clouds. And the moment, if you get good at feeling clouds, this clear energy of clouds, some other practices use this kind of idea of feeling the clouds to amplify the feeling of your inhale and exhale, and like you can swallow like energy in a cloud. So they call it swallowing chi. Usually they practice swallow saliva to build up the feeling down the inside. And then you imagine like you're pulling in this energy that's all around us. You can breathe it in, feel it. It's got more substance to it. Breathing in or taking in your mouth and then swallow. It's imaginary, but it's a way to bring feeling like a charge and relaxation down through the body. All the way down. Okay, so this is all part of just the relaxing head to toe. So it's not just the arms. Okay, also, this is the last one we'll do. You can do more physical. We'll go more back to the physical, but you want to have the more internal feeling with this stuff, okay? More physical. And I'll stand up for this so you can see through the body. If I'm sitting, I'll focus more on the chest, solar plexus, belly. And when I want to open the back, I'll just lean forward a little bit. So I'll do it a little sitting first. Coming down. If this stays up, it's not releasing. This needs to actually sink. Shoulders are going down, so they're not coming forward. This is actually moving and tension up. I need only the head, the back of the head going up. Shoulders go down. This sinks down. So the shoulders, if they round, they're not rolling over. Okay, important difference. Not rolling over, sinking down, spreading from the back, round. This part sinks, the belly comes open. Okay, so standing, and you don't have to stand this, so you can see my torso effect. Here. Sink, but I need to make sure the head goes up. Now, low back, we talk about this a lot. Low back, hips sink. Here and here, open. So it's not this, there's no movement here. It's got to turn. Sink and turn, sit. Belly in, relax down, head up. Okay, so I need to open up the back, sink the chest, relax the belly. Okay. So up. This will lift up, but then here, sink down. Sit. Front, sides, back. Feel. And then from the inside to the outside, feel. Hands to the low back. Feel out. Head lifts up. Okay, so this starts stretching the body. And if I'm standing, my legs will start to feel some muscular tension. So it's getting to be getting into more of a physical building. Okay, but this goes hand in hand with the relaxing head to toe. So in here, if I'm too tense in the chest and I try to sink down, it's not gonna sink. I need to be able, and you can practice that doing a sigh, literally, and how it affects the chest. The belly, you can go, just pretend you heard or saw something funny, even if it's not, just pretend to laugh and feel here on your torso. And then feel how it moves the body, and in the it releases. Okay, so if you try to do this and you get stuck, if you laugh a little bit, it can actually release tension down and out. These are some of these tricks, okay? But they're actual body things. These are all like actual body methods. So we're not talking about like an uncontrollable laugh all the time. We're talking about like somebody who's happy and they laugh. You notice there's some people who never laugh, and then you can take a look at what's happening with their bodies. Like super serious, never laugh. Could go either way, but that's a whole other kind of talk. So here, for standing with this, you can do all the things we did without the posture per se, and then little by little, you actually want to literally be opening the joints up, chest and back, low back, belly, abdomen, hips. So then this is start getting into more physical feeling, which is okay. You want to overlap them. Okay. So then, for example, if we're doing a Tai Chi movement, we'll just do the number one, opening. When I'm coming up, float up. When I'm going down, sink heavy. Float up and sink, but then here, through the torso, through the head, through the arms, through the legs, sink. Inside, sink into the belly, sink down into the floor. Open up the low back. Relaxing and releasing down. Head lifts up, but sinking, releasing down, 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 down. Down to the ground, down and out. So it's more about this inside feeling than it is the arms. Okay? So this isn't really doing any of this internal stuff. I can go up and down with just the arm, feeling the floating and sinking, but again, that's very limited. That might help with the wrist and shoulder, elbow. Open the back, open the back, sink, relax. Relax the tension down, but get through the correct body structure, which might cause a little tension and stretch. Okay, it's a combo. If I just focus on just relaxing down, I can't stretch the body out correctly. So that with Tai Chi practice is a combination. They talk about your mind intent, which we are using today a lot, feeling. So mind intent is guided through, the easiest way to describe it is intent. So I'm trying to touch, trying to reach, and then it's extending my attention out, and then my body's following. So they talk about the intention will move the chi, the flow, which will move the blood, and will move the force in the body physically. So you want to link them together. So you're doing conscious movement, if that makes sense. That's the easy way to explain it. You're doing conscious movement and you're doing conscious body connections. So I can do light stretching so that I feel through the arm completely, and then it's a conscious movement. If I'm too relaxed to the point where I'm not feeling anything, it's not even necessarily relaxed. It's starting to go back to being numb a little bit. There's a difference, okay? This is an important distinction. There's a difference between being so relaxed and falling asleep, you're not really conscious anymore, or an extreme of that is you fall asleep and then the blood flow falls or stops, like you wake up with was it a dead leg? You know, the blood stopped circulating to your leg, and then you can't move it around, or you sat awkwardly, and then the blood has to flow back in, and you get the tingles and the numb sensations until the leg can move around, and you literally lose sense and feeling in the arm or leg, wherever it was. That's the opposite of what we're trying to do. With these drills and feelings, we're trying to get, one of the words they use sometimes is fullness. You want to have a full feeling through your arm, through your body, so that the feeling of your arm moving is full and relaxed feeling through the body. This is really important. Okay, so when you're doing Tai Chi movements, even if you don't have any of the details down, if you can relax and move through the air like there's something in the air, and then you can feel the joints in your body moving slowly, you're becoming more conscious of the movement, and then you're starting to unify your mind and your body together. Okay, so they say your mind intent, your chi, your energy, life force, that could be a whole talk, and then your blood will flow and follow, and your force, your physical force, will be amplified. It's a combination. I bring this up because we're doing the head to toe. I'm starting to stretch my body a little bit through the structure practice. It's a combination of the mind intent, releasing, letting go, and the body structure to feel a connection through the whole body. I can do conscious points of relaxing, letting go, and then not be aware and not feel anymore. And that might be okay if I want to just go back to sleep. But if I want to be there's different words they can use for this, but it's like you're trying to feel your whole body, be in your whole body, and experience the feeling of yourself and center from the inside to the outside to the actual field around your body. And this is one of the goals of these practices, to become almost like super aware of the space around you and your body, inside and outside. So they actually equate not being aware or being numb to things as like almost a stagnation or a stop of energy, life force flow. So just by practicing relaxing, releasing, and feeling, you can get nerve endings to wake up, calm down, and get more sensitive all at the same time. And that's all chi building, quote unquote. If you chi, life force energy, feeling, think feeling sensation equals blood flow, better blood flow, more relaxed nervous system. So this stuff we did today, a large amount of it, I'm trying to practice all the time when we do these Tai Chi things. Okay, when we're doing any Tai Chi movements, when we're trying to do any Tai Chi form, you can practice these things a lot more easily when we do the hangs, the side, and the slow. The drills are set up for loosening and relaxing. They're more conducive to be able to get these feelings easier. But still, you need to practice the relaxing head to toe as internal feeling as you can, because it sets you up to be able to do it through the body, through different different situations, and et cetera, et cetera. So if you get stressed out, practice this. And again, you don't need the hands. It's just a guide. You use your mind, intent, and feeling. So your mind thinks, more importantly, your mind guides what feelings you want to have. So if you get stressed about anything, you can still consciously control the tensions that are starting to build up in the body. Oh, okay, let it go, let it go, let it go. You still might be stressed emotionally, but you can let it go and not have it impact the body. It's a double whammy when you have emotional tension, stress, and then you're also having it build up in the body. Then you start having joint issues, organ issues, like literally you're constricting the torso. So all the stuff we do, even when we're not doing so internal, quote unquote, we're stretching the body open to stretch out the organs. So opening the chest, closing, open up the spine. It's all about making more space inside. And then this is relaxing the tension out so that you're getting rid of all these chronic tensions. Open the joints, relax, release. So that's my mini workshop for today. Thank you.